Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, sir. Very, very good. Thank you. A
Good,
pleasure
good.
to finally meet you. How are you?
It's good to meet you too. Whereabouts in the world are you? Because I hear you got a little bit of an accent.
So you will laugh, but we have the exactly the same time zone because we are located in the exact same country. I can recognize that room. I am in Romania, just in a different city.
Ah, okay. All right. Nice. You recognize the room.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely
Nice,
recognize the
nice.
room.
Whereabouts in Romania?
So I'm in Cluj. I don't know how familiar you are with Romanian cities already.
We went to Cluj about 2 weeks ago. So we
Yeah,
went to
I know.
Cluj and we went to. There's a salt mine that is.
Turda.
That's it.
Yeah,
Or whatever it's called. Yeah,
Turda,
yeah.
Turda. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we went there about a couple of weeks ago. So we was doing a little drive around Romania. So we went to Cluj.
Brashov, maybe.
We went to Brasov. Yes, we went to Transalpina. We went to the Danube. We went to Timișoara. We went to somewhere beginning with P. I can't remember what it was called.
Piatra Neamț, maybe.
Possibly, but we went somewhere else as well. There was somewhere else that we went to. But yeah, we've done a lot. Romania is beautiful, man.
Do
Romania
you
is
like
such
it
a beautiful
here?
country. Yeah, I do. It's such a beautiful country. It's absolutely. It's when you drive around it, it's like it's untouched, like greenery. It's just so beautiful. You
It's
got a
great. It's
beautiful.
great. So
Yeah,
I've moved back because my parents are from here originally, so they are Romanians. I was born and raised in Italy, so in another country, but I recently moved back as well. So for forever, yeah.
that's where your accent is. So you've got a kind of European, Italian, Romanian
I'm
kind of
super.
mix going
So
on.
you know what? I'm trying to perfect my English, right? Especially for business, because you want to have a perfect English. The
Yeah,
better your English is, the easiest it is to conduct business everywhere.
yeah,
But yeah, I still have that, mix. I'm trying just to not have the Romanian like harsh English, like this
yeah.
the Romanian Russian kind of accent.
But to be fair, as long as you can speak English, I think as long as you can speak English and you can communicate in English and you understand everything that everybody's saying, and then you can kind of like speak to them so they understand, I think it's fine. It doesn't matter what accent you have, as
I
long
mean,
as you articulate.
I've learned from you guys, especially to be, to try to be a professional and a perfectionist in everything I do, right? And
Yeah.
I am able to get my ideas across. Like
Mm,
I've been able to do that for a lot of time now, and now
mm.
it's just getting perfect at it. I mean, not perfect, but every day better at it.
Yeah.
Uh, to just to not look like the average,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's
average
all
guy,
work in progress though, isn't it? It's all work in progress. So at the end of the day, as long as
for
you
sure,
kind of recognize those kind of things when you're speaking with people
for sure.
and you kind of evaluate yourself and then you like think, okay, cool, well maybe I can say this better or maybe I can say this in a different way so they probably understand a little bit quicker. Then at the end of the day, you're making steps and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly like everything in life, right?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Obviously, I know you live in Romania. I know you've come from a little bit Italy. So, basically, give me a little bit more about you.
So, man, trust me, my last couple of years have been really crazy, and I'm very happy about that. A lot of how hard work, I would say, a little bit
Yeah,
less fun, but definitely pretty interesting.
yeah.
So, where do I start from? Because I will just get through everything quickly to not waste a lot of your time. Uh,
No, tell me because I mean, I'd like to know how old are you?
I'm 22, turned 22 last month, just
Okay,
turned
cool.
22.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank
So
you, sir.
yeah, so you started. Did you go to college, university? Just tell me a little bit.
Actually,
Brief
not. So
synopsis
I
about
was, like I've said, I was born and raised in Italy.
that. Yeah.
I've done, a pretty hard, because in Italy, it's every high school is different. I don't know in other countries, but in Romania as well, every high school is different. So I was doing pretty well in school. I've done like an informatics kind of mathematics profile high school,
Mm,
and the thing is that I did quite well in school, but I was not 100% in it because I understood that it's not my thing, right? I
mm,
could, I didn't apply myself 100%. I just did well, but I recognized pretty early that it's not like my future past. Even
mm,
before kind of getting into all of that stuff, into the real world and in everything related, I've kind of understood. So I've started working really early. I start working at 14, 15 years of age.
Yeah.
I've been a lifeguard, I've been a barman, I've been both, like working 12 hours a day and everything, just because I understood that once I have a little bit of money aside, I can then decide and kind of freestyle on what I wanted to do with my life, right?
Mm.
And of course, I finished high school and I said, well, do I want to go to university? Because the type of school that I was attending and that I finished was only useful if I had university or college. Otherwise, it was useless because it didn't give me a clear direction or a clear profile. It was like a lot of theory in everything, but didn't give me a proper, how can I say it, setting to go directly to work in the field, right?
Yeah. The
So
foundation you're thinking about.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Let me. I talked with my family. By the way, I had a very very close relationship with my family. So they, even if they didn't always understand what I was doing, they were okay. We trust you. So if you are 100% convinced, then go for it. I said, you know what? Because they were pressing like, please go do an university. You're gonna regret after if you don't do it and everything. I said, you know what? Let me take 1 year off, working
Mm.
my ass off, not going to the clubs, not being a loser, not getting drunk every day like maybe my other mates were doing. Right? Let
Yeah.
me focus on work, get some money aside, and then maybe if I decide to go to university, I can attend with whatever university I want in whatever city if I have some
Yeah.
money backing me up. And of course, I did that, and then I joined the real world. While working, I was working like crazy amount. I was doing 8 9 hours in the bar as a bartender. Then I was doing 4 or 5 hours as a lifeguard. I was working every day, say 7 out of 7.
Hmm.
And then I also started. I joined the real world. I joined really early in the days. Like my first invoice, I think it was back in 2022. I think, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. So I joined really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the infrastructure changed a little bit. A lot of courses were added and everything, but yeah, and it really changed my life, not only for the knowledge, that of course there is a lot of knowledge,
Mm.
but in the mindset and in the things I really felt like understood a little bit, right?
Mm.
Because I will always have been a hustler, kind of,
Yeah.
if it's a proper term to use.
Yeah. It could, yeah. Absolutely.
I tried to sell things on Shopify, T-shirts. I was organizing parties in Italy to kind of hustle up some money. I was trying to find, another way to it,
Mhm.
and it really changed my perspectives a lot when I joined.
So,
And
what made you like decide that you wanted to join the real world? That's interesting because you're working 12 hours, 24 hours, 18 hours a day, however many hours you're working. So then, what made you kind of like think, okay, cool, I'm gonna try and take this path and go down this path and see what it has to offer me.
well, of course, after a year of working, I understood pretty quickly, like also watching my other mates that were attending university, that it's basically, for me, for my personality, would be a scam to attend it. It would not fit me at all. So I said, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. Very funny, because just to make my parents happy, I've chose a very hard university in Italy. I've applied for it. I did the test to attend it. I passed the test. I was accepted, and then I said, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it." But it was just to show, if I want, I can, but I'm not gonna do it because it's
Yeah,
my.
yeah.
And I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. But what will I do? Of course, I want to start my own thing. I forever wanted that. But for now, I'm just working as a bartender. I mean, it's not what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I need to find something.
Mm.
And I already met the Tates really early as well, before they were famous, because of course they were already famous here in Bucharest, in Romania. So I
Mm.
knew them. I knew them already. I felt that I really liked them, their vibe, their connection, their family principles, their business kind of conducting things. And you know what I said? You know what, I trust these guys. These guys are really like have that hustler essence, that I really loved about it. It was not just, okay, do this, and this is the rules. It was, everything made sense when I listened to
Mm,
them. So I
mm.
said, let me join. It's 50 euros, or 47 euros a month.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, what do I have to lose? And then I really went down on that. But I have to admit, I kind of, since I was working so much, I've kind of attended the courses, but then I also worked. It was
right,
kind
yeah.
of,
It was a lot. Yeah,
yeah. Then a changing point in my life. I had an opportunity to go work for a very, very big company in Venice, in Italy. So I'm from the north of Italy,
yeah,
and I worked 2 years for a very big luxury brand, LV, Louis Vuitton, right?
yeah. Uh huh.
2 years, and again, I was working only one job, but I was full in. I said, you know what? If I'm doing something, let me be number one. And just in
Mm,
a few months, I became, if not the top seller, I was one of the top sellers in there. But
mm,
still, even if I was doing really, really well, I was begging a lot of money for the company, but not really for myself. My
mm,
main problem was that I couldn't focus on something that it's mine, right? That I was right. That's
yeah,
the main trouble. Even
hundred
if you're
percent.
working 9 to 5, and it's cool because it's kind of cool. I was meeting a lot of rich guys, a lot of people from the US, from every part of the world. It was very, very nice. I liked it a lot. But the only concern was that I couldn't work on my dreams.
Mm.
After 2 years, something came up with my job, and I had another opportunity to come here in Romania and attend a reality show. People contacted me from there.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
that's what I say. It was so crazy. When I think back at it's crazy, everything that happened. And I'm just going fast forward on it because I don't want to bore you
No,
too
that's
much.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
And you know what I said? Well, I'm not really the guy for a reality show because I'm boring, my friend. Really, I mean, I just work all day long, and
Yeah,
I'm not really that interesting of a guy, and I'm not into drama at all, right? But I said, you know what? That can be the perfect opportunity to move back to Romania in a safe kind of environment because I
yeah,
was there, paid off for everything, like
yeah, yeah.
hotel and meals and everything. It's kind
Mm,
of safe. It's kind of the easy path to move back to Romania, see how I like it there, and then start something mine while I was there. Because
yeah,
I already knew that I wanted to move back to Eastern Europe because of
yeah,
tax purposes.
yeah.
Italy is really a mess about taxes. Like half
Yeah,
of what you earn, you have to give to the
understand.
to the government for
Understand.
nothing. And then when I came here, I stayed 3 months in the reality show here, one of the biggest that there is in Romania.
Yeah,
And then it ended for me because, like I said, I was not into drama. I was not into that things.
yeah,
And so I made a very important decision for myself. That was a very critical point because all of my colleagues that attended the reality show stayed in Bucharest, to
yeah,
just hit the clubs, to kind of, because we
yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
a little
The
bit known
environment.
in the city, and we could go to the clubs, have things for free and everything. It was fun.
Mm,
But I said, you know what? I could do that and just enjoy my 5 minutes of fame. That is not even fame. It's just you kind of have a little bit of clout for being on TV for 3 months, anyways. Or I could move to another city in Romania where my parents had a house in a very, very small village town. You know how villages are here in Romania,
yeah,
like
yeah. I do. I do. I
like
do.
1,000 people that live here in this village.
Yeah,
Go like completely beast mode and just take the brave challenge and not go back to work as a salesman, not waste my time hitting the club for nothing in Bucharest, but just go in there, isolate myself, and say, okay, I'm gonna stay in front of the computer, in front of the PC,
yeah.
and until I'm not making money, I won't leave the house.
Okay, that's fair.
So, brother, trust me, it was like 4 months in. I had like, I'm not lying to you, I had like 5 euros because of course I wouldn't tell my parents to help me. I was like, it was my choice. let me handle it. If I don't have money for cigarettes, that's it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna quit smoking.
Yeah.
And I basically stayed here for 3 months until then. Of course, I started trying different things until I went and fully studied the AI section of the real world.
And that was what I was going to ask you. So, what campus did you kind of resonate to
AI.
when you first? So, when you first started, did you go straight into AI, or was there other campuses that you went into initially?
So while I was working at LV, I used to I to go to Venice and work. I had 2 hours by train to go to
Mm,
work and 2 hours to
mm,
come back. So I
mm,
had the time to check the crypto campus, the investments
mm.
campus, right? And I kind of followed that a little bit, but I didn't have a lot of money to invest, so it was kind of more to keep
Yeah,
myself informed.
yeah,
Then I went into the content creation because I like creating content, and I wanted to learn how to edit everything. But the AI section on the content creation really like,
made your mind explode.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, nice.
I said this is crazy, and it was early in the AI like mainstream.
Yeah, very early. Yeah,
Everybody knew about AI, but nobody was teaching it properly,
yeah.
right? And when I saw the content creation campus with AI, I said, "This is crazy." And
That's for
then
you.
I got into that a little bit when the AI, like the AI automatization. How is it?
Mhm.
AI
Yeah,
automation campus, right?
automatic. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, went live for the first time, I said, "No way, this is mine. This is my thing."
Yeah,
I mean, I said, "Well, this is a little bit nerdy, but it's cool. It's kind of cool." Because I said,
yeah,
here Cluj especially is a very big city for tech companies and everything,
yeah,
and I could see myself like I was. Even now, if you ask me, I'm feeling like I'm the next Jeff Bezos, my friend. I'm the next Mark
mm,
Zuckerberg because
yeah, yeah,
I do all of these things that are taught inside the real world, and they are amazing. They are such ahead of times. Nobody
yeah,
knows how to deal with it. Everybody is too busy chatting with ChatGPT and asking what's the weather like. Like,
yeah.
dummy, go out the window and look what's the weather like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
We use
yeah.
ChatGPT for proper reasons, and yeah, it was just amazing. Also, even now, yeah,
No, go on. Even now you're go on.
even now, I've completed the full
Mm-hmm.
but I have to rewatch it 3 or 4 times because every time I watch it back, I learn something different,
New.
and then
Yeah, exactly.
the
Yeah.
guys upload new things, and then I have to learn those,
Learn
and
that.
then of course, a lot of people I see inside the campus that say, "Well, but you didn't explain completely that thing, and I don't understand that." Well, my friend, if you're going to do something, you have to be prepared to learn the things inside the real world, then go and outsource your information on the internet as well, because
Yeah.
nobody can do the work for you. These
Correct.
guys are giving you the information. These guys are giving you ideas to start making money.
Yeah, and now you have to go and use it and go and use it to the best of your ability.
Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely right. So, how long was it before you got from obviously when you? How long was it before you went into the AI campus and then started making like money? Then you started to see the kind of fruits of your labor, so to speak.
So my story, it's a little bit like you've seen, a little bit complicated because it was back and forth a little bit. I could tell you. So I came home in the village here where I'm still at, by the way. Even now that I have the money, I'm still in the
Yeah,
village,
yeah, yeah,
24 hours at the
yeah,
computer.
yeah. Still working hard. Yeah.
But I finished the reality show in January. Then a few months, no money at all. I would still survive on the money that I have made. And then I started making money like around March, April.
Yeah.
But so it was kind of, I've made a hard big step at one point when I signed one of my biggest contracts until
Mhm.
now. Until then, I still made a little bit of money, to create a website or easier stuff, like smaller stuff. But
Mhm.
it was not proper money, like,
Mm.
proper money. Now, let I mean, my perception of money changed a lot during the last
Yeah.
month.
And that's sorry to interrupt, but that's what I was going to say. I mean, what was your first? When did you make your first kind of like dollar, or where did you make your first kind of pound or lei, or
So
when, and
I
because obviously your perception of money has changed.
yeah.
So if we go back, what your perception of money is was then might not be what it is now. But
So
when did you first make your first
if you asked me this in January, so only 7 months ago, I would say I was happy with 2,000 euros a month, just
a month? Yeah.
at least to survive. Because my big problem was that I didn't have money to buy anything.
Mm,
Like, okay, and then I signed my first big contract of 5K a month
hmm
in March, and around March, April, maybe a little bit later.
mm,
April, yeah, around April, I signed my first contract, and then now I'm discussing another. So I have a lot of things in suspending, in pending that are being negotiated, but once the big step is made, once the first 5K a month it's in, then
yeah.
you're saying, bro, only 5K a month, then I have to pay taxes. This is not enough.
Yeah, yeah. There's more. There's more in the bag. There's more in the
Yeah.
bag. So was when you made that first 5K a month, is that now a consistent 5K a month? Or I'm going to ask two questions. So the 2K a month that you were making previously, was that a consistent 2K a month? And then you made your 5K, and is that now a consistent 5K a month?
No, the when I was at the big, like the first step was kind of different money every month here and there. I would do a little bit of it was like the beginning of like hustling a little bit around, right?
Yeah.
Like outreaching companies, doing a website, delivering it to them, and would be month that I would make 1,000, 1,500, 2,000,
Mm,
depends. But then I signed the 5K, and that's month to month, and I'm still with those clients, which by the way were my clients when I used to work at the LV.
nice.
So I because I used to work. I mean, this is not even like, don't get me wrong, because my English maybe is not so good that I risk of being misinterpreted, but it's not a brag. But I used to go so much all in everything I would do
Yeah.
that the guys, when I reached out to them, I said, "You look, I moved to Romania. I know this sounds crazy. I started my company. I can really take your business to another level." They trusted me. Like they
Mm,
would say, "You know what? You took care of us really really good when you worked for LV. Now we
mm,
trust you. Now we know how you work." So that
yeah.
was pretty easy. And now it's just about expanding the business and
Expanding.
making more
Yeah.
money, because I
How do
look
go on?
I
You
look
look.
I look up to people like you guys, and I cannot sleep well. I mean, I said,
That's
"Man,
good. That's a
I,
good
I make
thing.
I
That
make
is that is
5K.
an
These
absolute
guys
good
are
thing.
spending 5K for gasoline to just go and drive the cars. How am I
That's good.
supposed to
That's a
sleep
good
well?
thing.
Not
That's a good
okay."
thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, I mean, you can use your sales skills because obviously you had sales skills to actually sell yourself. Where do you see, like, how do you plan on expanding? Do you have a plan to expand, and how do you plan to expand on what you have already?
So this summer is going to be crucial for this, and I plan. So first of all, I'm moving one of my best friends. We grew up together here with me in Romania.
Mm-hmm.
I've already integrated him with our stuff, and he's doing such a great job for me. I know that the more clients I get, they are big clients, big spenders, right?
Yeah.
Even the second clients that we are signing these days, it's another 5K a month, around
Mm.
there. So they are very big clients, and even if I can work a lot of hours without sleep, I still need somebody, to kind of uh,
Yeah.
help me out with it. So I'm
Yeah.
moving my friend. We're gonna live together,
Mm-hmm.
and we are very complementary in everything that we do.
Nice.
And for me, it's just really really hard to find people, not because I'm not good at everything, of course,
Yeah.
but I just have a killer mindset, which is from you guys, right?
Mm.
And I can I have a very hard time on finding people like-minded,
Like
right?
my
That
yeah. It's
are
always
around me.
yeah.
Because of course I can reach out to people inside the real world, and that's a very big advantage.
Mm.
Okay, but when I need to have somebody in the physical location as me to work
Mm.
together, it's very hard for me. now I
Mm-hmm.
have my friend Alex, and we are working together on that. He is moving with me here in Romania, back from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we are outreaching a lot, still with AI and with the systems that you guys teach inside the campus. And we have to get a lot of new clients. We have, besides that we are signing these days, or the 5K one, we have a few big deals in Italy, and hopefully, if we can make that, it's gonna be a crazy, crazy,
Crazy,
crazy,
crazy.
crazy month
Good
because
stuff.
it's big.
So are they part of the real world? Did you get them to join the real world, or are they just coming on board with you?
So my friend Alex,
Yeah.
we actually, we grew up together. Grew up together. But when I started working a lot, we kind of have separated ways. Then actually, the real world brought us back together because they
Nice.
said, you know what? There's this guy on the internet. He has such controversial views, but I like him. I was, and he was, me too. And okay, that's
Nice.
nice. Finally,
Nice.
somebody
Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah,
you
there you go.
know and then from that day on, I said, bro, join the real world, trust me. Even if, like, join the real world and learn that, because we can work together and do something big.
Yeah.
Then few months fast forward, here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, there. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, I mean, what was I going to say? Did you have any kind of negative thoughts or any doubts along the way, or um, what was your kind of like was there any low points along the way, and how did you deal with them?
Of course, but I mean, life is full of low points, and it's everything. So I've heard this a lot of times, but you don't learn it until you are in that position. You know what I mean? And
100.
a lot of times, especially when I was working here, exactly here in this point with no money, okay, and I couldn't help my family because
Mm.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go out at all. It was months that I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't see anybody. My only trip would be go outside and smoke a cigarette. After that,
Yeah.
let's get back to work, and results wouldn't come. That was a very, very tough time.
Mm.
But I wouldn't have the mindset of, oh, this is so hard. Why me? Why that? And I would say, okay, my personal. I mean, then it depends on everybody's beliefs. But
Mm.
my personal approach to it was, you know what? I've taken a very brave decision to not go back where I was at the same level where I was a few months ago, to not
Yeah.
cry about it, to stay here and try to make money. I
Yeah.
have very big dreams because I always wanted to be in some very high rank in my life. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, you know what? God is actually testing me. Andrew said this a lot of times, and I interpreted it in my own way. You know what? God looked at me and said, Dennis, you have very big dreams. Okay, let me test you a little bit.
Yeah.
Let
Work
me
for them.
start
Yeah.
trusting go
Yeah.
through all of the no money,
Yeah.
no
Low
girls, no
points.
going out,
Yeah.
just staying there, no results, and just staying there and grinding every day. Let me
Yeah.
see if you can go through it, and then if you go through it, you deserve it. So you know what? I said, okay, perfect. I said,
I'm gonna
thank you,
go
God.
for
Thank
it.
you
Yeah.
that you're believing in me. Thank you
Yeah.
for the test. Let me show you. Let me prove you. And I
Awesome.
just stayed here, worked, church on Sundays, and that was it for a few
That
months.
was it. Yeah. Yeah. So did you then, obviously you've gone through your low points, you've gone through those trials. You would say that your biggest breakthrough was the 5K a month.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
did you actually get help to get that from the real world, or was that just like solely I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go and source these people, I'm
Oh,
gonna find them, or
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I spent the time focusing on purely on the right things inside the real world, maybe this step would have came much faster.
soon? Yeah.
But since I was kind of in a lot of directions and I
Mm.
tried a lot of things along the way,
Mm.
um, I found them by myself. Like
Yeah.
in February, so January I was here, I came back from the show. In February, with zero money, I flew to Venice, where my clients from the US were, with zero money literally. I went there and said, you know what, these guys have a company, I have knowledge, something has to come up. And I
Yeah.
went in there, and I couldn't tell them I have no money. So I slept for one night inside the train station of Venice.
Wow.
Nobody knows this story, but on
Wow.
God, because I lost my last train, like I said, 2 hours from Venice
Yeah. Yeah.
from my house. And I was at dinner with them, and I was talking about what I was doing with AI and everything and everything. And I wouldn't want to interrupt when I saw that my last train is going back. So I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna see what I do.
Yeah. See what happens. Yeah.
I stay with them until 1 a.m. And then I just said, hello, yeah, I'm going back home. They said, you know what, let me sleep inside the train station, because I didn't uh, like want to make my father spend money on gas
Yeah.
to come pick me. No, I said, you know what, I was 21, I'm
Mm.
military age, I'm pretty tall, I'm
Yeah.
okay. I just got to protect my watch.
Yeah.
The rest,
You
that's
just
it.
do that. I agree
That's
with
it.
that one. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So your next steps are making, um, obviously, going into the next level of
Yeah.
your stages through your life. So, have you, like, I think I kind of semi asked this question before. Have you got a plan for that? Has the real world helped you to make a plan for that, or is that again just your, like, in your mind? Because you're very very driven. I can see you're very very driven, and you'll
I
do
am.
what it takes to
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
get to where you're going. And I think you've had that installed from you from like a young age, which is actually commendable.
I had, but my friend, it's like, so this thing, you either have it or not, which is true. But
Yeah.
you don't find anybody who you can rely on, or
Mm,
at least get inspired. It's not about motivation, because I didn't get motivation from the real world. It's just motivation is fake. Like Andrew says, motivation is for one day. Then
mm,
then you're gonna be back being a loser, right? But
correct.
a lot of principles, the real world has not helped me with one exact step, but
Mm,
for the overall mindset it was
yeah.
crazy, because
Yeah.
has taught me, first you get money and then you brag about a company.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have a company if you register it. First you get money.
Yeah.
Second of all, I have this. So in the very beginning, when the real world was launched, one of the main things was the 100 principles of business of Andrew, right?
Yeah.
Those ones helped me crazy a lot, because
Amazing.
he used to say, you know what, I would go to my clients, and even if I didn't know how to do one thing, I would say, pay me enough and I'm gonna learn, or I'm gonna outsource it, I don't care,
Yeah.
I will do it. And this is a principle that helped me a lot in my, because of course
Amazing.
you cannot, at 22, I'm still a kid, I
Yeah.
cannot know business, I cannot know everything.
Yeah.
But I used to go there and they said, I need a website made like that with coding and everything. I used to not, I don't know coding at all. But they would say, you know what? Yes, we can do it 100%. We do
Yeah.
it. You want to go to the moon? I'm talking with Elon. We are going to the moon. No worries. So it's
Cool.
about overall
So
things,
it's overall, so it's overall. That's amazing, and your journey's been amazing, and your drive and your passion is very very commendable, and how you knew it from such a young age to actually know that you wanted to kind of move forward in the way that you like how you felt. Because I went to university, um, and university is good for some things. University is good for other things. Life experiences are also very, very good because my life experiences in sales was what brought me forward into sales. But obviously, I done graphic design at university, so for me that was kind of helpful because some courses in university for me are like a little bit. Do I need to do that? Do I not need to do that? Your life experiences will bring you that, and it seems like you going through all of these trials and tribulations that you've gone through have helped you to move forward and to help you to keep your drive and your passion and everything that's making you who you are now, like, you know be successful. And I know for a fact that it's gonna excel, excel
Nigel,
very,
my
very
friend.
soon.
So you know what? I know for a fact, because these days, it's like maybe tomorrow or the day after, I will sign for sure the
Mm.
10K a month, right? And but I know for sure that as soon as I sign it, I will get giddy for 30 seconds. Then I will
And then
talk to
you'll think
Alex
about the next one.
and say, bro, if we have to move together, we have to do that, we have to do that. That's not enough. So we have to move. but so that's the thing. I didn't do anything yet because I haven't reached anything, especially when I look up to you guys. But
Mm.
I'm just a kid, very very driven, so
Yeah.
I'm for sure very driven. One of the dreams that I have now, and I want for sure to achieve it, is to get as much money as possible inside the company and to get it big,
Hmm.
to get in shape properly, because
Hmm.
this one was, I feel like I've stayed a lot of time in on
From the
in,
computer, yeah.
and I'm getting floppy, bro. I don't like it. I used to be a lifeguard. I used to look good, and I'm
Yeah.
22, so I have to look peak, right?
Yeah.
And then one of my dreams would be to, I don't know, to get somehow in contact with it. That's why I'm so happy right now. I don't want to do the fanboy shit, because I don't like it.
Mm.
But one of my dreams would be to get in contact with you guys, and just to be able to learn about, from directly from you on a lot of stuff that you guys do daily, because I know I'm very young, everything is happening so quickly,
Mm.
and I don't have a figure out there that I can look up to directly and to learn the small details that count a lot. So that
Yeah.
would be a dream of mine.
Awesome. I would also say that there are a lot of professors in the real world that can kind of motivate you. Like if you follow Professor Alex is here, Alex Denshu. I mean, with regards to the fitness, you can just give yourself like an hour away from like the computer, and just do like your basic in-house exercises, i.e., your press
Of
ups, your
course.
sit ups, your squats, and stuff like that, and blah blah. That will slowly get you into a routine, and that will get you disciplined into a routine because you're already disciplined already. So that will already get you into a disciplined routine that, okay, cool, right now is my time to go do this. And then once you start doing it, 28 days, you do it every single day, 28 days, and it just becomes, oh my God, I need to do I need, do you know what I mean? It becomes one of those things. It's basically like what we do. So again, like I say, there's a lot of professors in there that can actually guide you and help you along the way to kind of give you that level of discipline, that level of maybe that little bit more of motivation to actually say, okay, cool, you can still do this, but you can also do this at that time. So when you're just taking that break.
Yeah, right now in my life, it's a lot of, just, it's not about really motivation, because I can really be very like critic with myself, and
Mm,
I'm not like that. Oh, I cannot do that because I'm working so much.
mm,
No, I perfectly know that I everybody has half an hour, 1 hour to just get in shape. That
yeah,
no excuses.
yeah, yeah,
Right now I just feel like really really prioritizing the the money making side,
yeah,
to extreme,
yeah,
because like I last week, for example, I had, like, I'm not exaggerating to you, because like I said, I'm working with this new deal, and we've been testing some automations for them.
yeah,
I had days of 20 hours work,
yeah,
2 hours sleep, and
yeah,
the other 2 hours just like eating, I don't know, talking a little bit with with my family, and that's
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But other than that, yeah, for sure, I will get into the
Yeah,
fitness.
it's just the kind of like a discipline thing that you get into it. So your 20 hours work can be cut down to 19 hours
For
work, to take
sure,
for
for
example,
sure.
and you can still work. It's like working the same, having the same ethic of working like you have now, but then just kind of prioritizing yourself a little bit, because that's super important as well. You got to
Yeah.
remember that yourself is super important, because if you become ill, you won't be able to work. So at the end of the day, you've still got to prioritize yourself and prioritize your health and to prioritize how you feel. And I guarantee you, once you've done those the half an hour, 45 minutes of that exercise, then you'll work more. Your brain will fire even more. Your body will fire even more. You'll feel just that little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Just that little bit
Sure.
more. You have that little bit more kind of grunt inside you to actually just move forward and do what you have to do. And some of the times, like when you're actually exercising, some of the things that you might be working at the computer and you might be stuck with something. When you're exercising, your mind's free. When I find I'm exercising, my mind is totally free. So that's when my ideas come to me. That's when my problems are solved. That's when like I get the best ideas and I think, okay, cool. Oh, bang, that was it. I was thinking about it. Like I was thinking about it for ages and ages and ages. And then you just go and exercise 10 minutes in, you're like, bang, that's it. Light bulb moment comes on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those things are really, really good for you as well. So
for
what I'm
the
going to say
advice.
is I'm going to leave you right there. I'm going to let you carry on. You keep up with that discipline because that discipline that you have is really really good, and you've had it from such a young age. So just keep it moving. You will get there because I can just feel that you're going to get there anyway. Because like
Means a
like I
lot
said,
for me.
yeah, the discipline that you have and the way that your work ethic is crazy. Then keep it moving. When I speak to you next, you'll have your 10K contract. I reckon you'll probably have your 15, 20K contract. Do you know what I mean? The way that you're moving right now.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah,
I will make everything
you
on my side. If God wants, and
yeah.
we are here, it
That's what
will
I'm
be.
saying. You'll say to me, "Oh yeah, do you know that 10K contract? No, I don't want that one anymore. Like I'm looking at this 50K contract and it's over there. And do you know what I mean? That's the one I want. Or that 100K contract. I've done the 10K, I've done the 20K, I've done the 30K, and now I'm on the 50K. Do you know what I mean? So and then you'll be moving a lot better. And then, yeah, I found time to exercise. I found like, look at me now, blah 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 blah. And I reckon that will happen.
After the money thing will kind of get me bored. My next, as I said also before, my next goal will
Yeah,
be to kind of build that network and that status that they can
yeah,
be useful for
yeah,
people like you guys
yeah,
I can learn from, and
yeah.
to kind of create that connection. Because otherwise, of course, important people don't need me for now, because I'm just a random kid, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that will be my next goal, to build up networking and to build up that status that will allow me. But until then, it's just
You got
grind.
to keep on a grind, yeah. I look forward to speaking to you again and to see
Look
where
forward
you
as well.
come
Thank you for
from. Yeah,
advices,
just
and
no problem. Absolute
thank you
pleasure,
for the chat.
and it's an absolute pleasure talking to you as well. So yeah, keep it on. And then when I speak to you next, I'm hearing bigger things than what you've actually achieved now.
Thank you,
100%.
sir. I promise that to you. Thank
No
you.
problem. No problem.